Hello to you, my beautiful West End family. For those of you who have been on Zoom calls with me lately, you may recognize my background here. This is my home office where I spend a lot of time these days doing emails and calling people and doing the work that God is calling me to do, as I know many of you are also doing. I just wanted to take a minute in the middle of the week to send you a word of encouragement, to let you know that I'm thinking about you, and to tell you some of the things I'm excited about in the days coming up. We have been doing some planning on the staff as we look ahead to the fall, and our theme that we've been working with is to focus on what we can do instead of what we can't do. We're all aware that there's a lot we can't do right now. We can't gather in worship like we normally would. We can't sing together like we love to do as a congregation. But I've been amazed at the things God has been able to do through you as a congregation, even in the midst of this very unusual time. I was thrilled to welcome 13 new members to the congregation, some of whom have never even been into the sanctuary. And that tells me that the love of Christ is shining through this congregation beyond the walls of the church, and that people are experiencing the love, the inclusion, the work of God in and through West End. And I'm just thrilled and proud to be part of it. There's so much that I would love to celebrate, but I don't want to take up too much of your time in the middle of the week. I did want to let you know some of the things we're excited about coming up in the days ahead. We've been spending some time talking about opportunities for outdoor worship and outdoor gatherings. As you know, we will not be having indoor worship for a while. We'll begin to do that when Nashville moves into phase 3 of reopening, whenever that is, and we're working hard to be prepared and ready for that. But in the meantime, we are scheduling and talking about an outdoor worship service opportunity on August 30th. I don't want to spoil too many of the details. The staff's going to be planning those later in the week. We are looking at an opportunity in September to get together, a blessing of the animals in October, and we hope and encourage you to be planning some informal outdoor gatherings with your Sunday school class, a covenant group, a small group of friends. Just an opportunity to see one another's faces, to pray together, maybe even to worship together in a small group outside, socially distanced with masks, in all the ways that we know are safe in this moment. But we do encourage you to do that. I would also encourage you to continue in your own spiritual development through prayer, through reading the Gospel of Matthew, since we're going to be spending most of the fall in Matthew's Gospel. I hope you'll spend some time reading that gospel yourself and with your family if you live with others. I hope that you'll continue to reach out to one another. If someone in the congregation crosses your mind, take a moment to write them a note. There's nothing I look forward to more than going to the mailbox every day and finding a handwritten note from a real person. And maybe you could provide that highlight for someone else's day when you're thinking of them. I encourage you to pray for one another and to continue to look for ways that we can be God's people in the world. This Sunday, we'll be hearing the story of Jesus going out to the disciples on the boat. Jesus walks on water. He sees the disciples in the boat in the middle of a storm, and they're afraid. And he says to them, "Take heart. It is I. Do not be afraid." I pray that in these days, when we are not able to see each other in person, that you will take heart and feel the presence of Christ with you each day, and that you'll feel the Spirit of Christ connecting us over the airwaves in worship, in prayer, and in ministry. I thank God every day for you, my dear friends, and I look forward to worshiping with you on Sunday.